3 years ago, I moved to be closer to my family. I thought I decluttered. I got rid of things, I downsized. I felt pretty good about what I kept. I was wrong because here's what I just realized. I've been organizing my stuff instead of decluttering it. And there's a huge difference. Hello, I'm Gloria, and welcome to the Garden Years, a place where we choose to flourish and not decline. Today, let's talk about why I'm struggling with my stuff, and what I'm learning about empty spaces. So, here's the truth. When I moved 3 years ago, I didn't get rid of nearly enough stuff. I kept things I thought I might need, things with memories, things I organized so beautifully that they felt worth keeping. And then I gathered more because that's what we do, right? We just get more stuff. We fill spaces. Now I look around and I realize I've become really good at organizing. I have systems and processes. I have containers. I have shelves arranged just so everything has its place. But organizing is not decluttering. Organizing just makes your stuff prettier, more manageable, easier to ignore. Decluttering means actually letting go. And I'm discovering that's much, much harder. You want to know my biggest struggle? Books. Yes, books. I cannot let go of books. I tell myself I read them again or I read them later. I tell myself they're meaningful. I tell myself a home should have books, right? And maybe that's all true. But do I need this many books? That's the question I'm sitting with. Do I need this many books? So what changed? Why am I even thinking about this now? Because I realized something. I don't actually want organized stuff. What I want is empty spaces. Now stay with me here. When I look at clear countertops, an empty corner, a shelf with nothing on it, I feel like I can breathe. I feel like there's room for something new, room to think, room to create. Empty spaces give me space to meditate, to imagine, to let ideas come instead of constantly managing stuff. In this season of my life, I'm asking myself, what do I actually want my space to feel like? And the answer isn't well organized. The answer is open. Here's the garden metaphor. And you know how I love a good garden metaphor. Sometimes you clear things out of the garden, not to make room for new blooms or more plants, but to let the soil rest. Farmers know this. They call it fallow. They give the land a break for a season. The land needs time to be quiet. with nothing growing, just being. Maybe that's what I need too. Not empty space so I can fill it with the next thing, but empty space so I can rest, so the soul of my life can restore itself. You can't be constantly producing. You can't be constantly growing. And you can't be constantly full. Sometimes the most fertile thing you can do is create emptiness. So, here's where I am. I'm in process. Yes, I am in process. I haven't figured this out. I'm still struggling to let go of those books. I still catch myself organizing instead of decluttering. Just last week, I bought a new container to put stuff in. But I'm shifting how I think about it. Instead of asking, where should I put this? I'm starting to ask, what would it feel like if this space was empty? Instead of, how can I organize this? I'm asking myself, do I actually need this? Or am I just used to having it? And sometimes when I do clear something out, or donate it, or give it away, or let it go, I am practicing something new. I am leaving that space empty, not rushing to fill it, just letting it be. Because maybe empty space isn't a problem to solve. Maybe it's a gift to receive. At this stage of life, the garden years, as I call it, we get to choose what we tend. We get to choose what gets our energy. We get to choose our space. We get to choose what we pay attention to. And I'm choosing more room to breathe. Yes, I am choosing more room to breathe. I don't have this all figured out yet. I'm not going to stand here and give you a 10-step process for decluttering. But I am going to keep wrestling with this question. What deserves my space? And am I going to keep learning what it feels like to choose emptiness over fullness? To choose possibility over possessions? If you're on this journey too, trying to figure out what to keep and what to let go in this season of your life, subscribe to the Garden Years and join me. Let's figure this out together, because we are not declining. We are making room to flourish. Thank you for coming to see me today. I'll see you next week. Bye.